Maydwell in 5 is a weekly microlearning podcast hosted by Jonathan Maydwell, a learning and development strategist with over 15 years of experience helping people and organizations grow. Each 5-minute episode explores one focused idea across learning, leadership, and human growth, blending real stories, reflection, and actionable insight. Rooted in the belief that learning is about coming home to yourself, the show invites listeners to pause, think, and reconnect with purpose, people, and data that actually matters. It's a space for curiosity, clarity, and continuous growth, one reflection at a time. Clarity is often mistaken for confidence. In many workplaces, the most composed voice in the room is assumed to be the clearest leader. The calmest presence is often trusted to guide the group forward. Research tells a different story. The LinkedIn Workplace Learning Report consistently shows that employees disengage when expectations feel vague or constantly shifting. Harvard Business Review points to role ambiguity and unclear priorities as major contributors to burnout and stalled performance. The issue is not a lack of talent or effort. The issue is missing structure. When clarity is absent, teams compensate by overworking. Meetings multiply, decisions stall, and energy spreads thin. What looks like a motivation problem is often a design problem. There is a saying that wisdom begins with asking the right questions. For leaders and educators, clarity often sits at the center of that work. Early in my career as an elementary school teacher, rainy days meant indoor recess. Energy bounced off the walls, voices overlapped, and focus disappeared. One day stands out. A sudden downpour kept students inside, and the classroom quickly filled with noise and movement. The challenge felt overwhelming at first, but the moment became memorable for what it revealed. Clarity did not come from silencing the noise. Clarity came from giving the energy direction. I asked better questions. I structured time with intention. I created tasks that gave students shared purpose. Chaos shifted into productive engagement. Years later, the setting changed, but the pattern stayed the same. Teams face this dynamic every day. What looks like chaos is often unchanneled energy moving in too many directions. Clarity does not require control. Clarity requires intention. Here is one leadership practice rooted in my guiding framework. Clarity leads to reflection. Reflection leads to growth. Start with environmental clarity. Before addressing behavior or performance, examine the system. Are roles defined? Are priorities visible? Do people know how decisions are made? Next, invite reflection before correction. Ask teams to name what feels unclear. Reflection turns frustration into data and shifts the conversation from blame to design. Finally, design for purpose, not perfection. Clear goals, meaningful work, and reasonable constraints help people focus energy where it matters most. When leaders shape the environment with care, psychological safety follows. People take ownership. Effort becomes aligned instead of scattered. Growth becomes possible. Take a moment this week to reflect. What structure is missing that effort alone cannot replace? Share this question with your team. Use it to redesign one meeting, one process, or one expectation. You can reference the episode's companion and continue the conversation on LinkedIn. This has been your Maydwell in 5 for the week of January 26th. Let's keep building learning cultures that grow with purpose, are guided by people, and are informed by data.